In this show, I'm gonna show you a way how you can double your portfolio before the bull market starts. I know it sounds crazy and obviously there is some risks involved, but this is something that I'm considering very, very seriously to do, and you can follow along if you want. In this show, I'm gonna boil it down exactly what I'm planning on doing and what steps I'll take to achieve it. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I see we've got 15 people watching. Welcome, 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 welcome. What is happening? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, guys. The community, now I see the guys here as well. The community is buzzing. If you are not in our community, you're definitely missing out. I'm telling you, we have like 150 people who joined. We've got 70 people who became premium members. It's free to become premium. You know, you can click the link in the description, or you can just simply scan this. If you're watching a screen and phone and whatnot, link in the description, join us. It's pretty fucking awesome. I'm gonna talk about it later. And if you're new to the channel, smash the subscribe button. We do this every single day. I've got a big video dropping as well about leverage and risk management, and smash the like button and all that. Yo, good stuff. All right, guys, let's jump deep dive into it because I want to show you what's up. I want to show you what's happening on this. Let's look at the markets first. As always, our man, the head of House Fed is speaking today. JP is bringing us the alpha. Probably market volatility will kick in, so I've got to watch out there. I've got the people coming back or arriving. I've got Paul. I've got John. Johan, sorry. Good morning from Sweden, Pep, and everybody. Good morning. Mizi is in the house. Nitroban is in the house. Pete Shahat. Yo, Pete, I think it's the first time I see you around here. Welcome, buddy. Awesome having you. All right, so JP speaking, not much happening. Unemployment claims tomorrow, and Powell speaks again. You know, he's just dropping bombs. No, it's actually, he was speaking yesterday, and he's speaking today at 8 my time, so 7 UTC. And we've got unemployment claims coming in at 2:30, which is about exactly 4 hours from now. All right. Nitroban is getting my fat boost for today. That's what's up. Luba is in the house. Luba, much love. All right, let's jump into it. So Banter Bubbles, what do we have here? We've got the news obviously coming in here. This is pretty cool. I always do that. There's a description, I'm in link in the description. You can download Banter Bubbles as well. Market is green. Market is green, right? So we are pushing. I will talk about this in a second. We will see what's happening next. Guys, I see 17 people watching live and only 7 likes. If you're watching on Twitter, come to YouTube. And if you're there, subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Leave a comment. I want to see you. I want to interact with you. You can also pop in the chat what coins you want me to look at. I will definitely do this. All the legends. Hello, baby. Fefa girls in the house. That's what's up. All right. What an amazing BTC trade in the Discord. Yes, we're gonna talk about that as well in a second. We were massive longs. Okay, so market is up. Let's look at the Discord. Let's look at the Discord. So if you click on the description, you can join us. It's free until the end of December, mid-end of December. We'll have courses. We have daily community calls. I actually tweeted about this. This is why it's cool. And guys, the reason why I want to share this with you, because a lot of people just DM me as well, like what steps to take to learn and whatnot. Like, look at this. We launched this week. This is our 4th day. This is our 3rd day doing the morning calls. We've got 18 people watching this, interacting, learning, and if you click on here, you will see this is the prof. Oh, I didn't even post it here. I thought I posted the profits that we made, but I can just show it here. So this is all from us, you know. Like, this is the past 4 days, guys. 4 days. It's just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Shout out to Rain and Nest as well. We're doing a very nice job, I think, and this is the place to be. So yeah, we had a Bitcoin long yesterday. If you see, what we do here is that we have these trades posted in here, and then we run down. So I post the entry, exit, whatnot, and then we give a trade setup. This was the trade setup that we had. Like, it kind of looks like this right now. And then we grab you by the hand, basically guide you through the trade. If anything happens, you know, we're saying that it's down minus 3.89%. But it is, you know, going to up. No reason to panic. You had the second entry there, and then discussions. Basically, people just asking what's up. If there's anything that happens, we update. You know, we go on and we say, okay, this is what you should do. You should move. SL move to you know, lower, and then we de-risk the trade. Then we move on. You know, we update you on what is happening. We took 51% here. I saw some, you know, slowing down at 36,600. So we slowed down there, SL to break even. And now we're discussing how to move forward with the trade. So link in the description, definitely worth joining. We will take this to the bull. We will take this to the bull. Nasty saying the ETF might get approved this week. I mean, today or next week. So you know, a lot of people talk about it. If that happens, we are taking this to the bull. Massive fucking trade. This might have been, you know, this might have been the pullback that I've been talking about, but we have to see. We have to see. I still do expect a reversal from 37,350, but if it lines up well with the ETF, you know, maybe there is no pullback, or not here at least. If we do not pull back, I would be concerned. I would be concerned at 41,000. I would definitely be concerned. We will take it step by step. That's why it's worth coming here every single day we do this. You can subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, appreciate it, and let me know in the comments what is happening. Ice Boy, Mrs. President, yes, we'll check it. We'll check it. We'll check it. SYM, we'll check it as well. Is it too late to buy BTC spot now? Guys, I've been talking about this for the past 2.5 months, 2 months. It's not too late, but I mean, we've been buying Bitcoin at 17K. You know, it's not too late, but damn. Yeah, but it's not too late. If you look at a 2-year interval, definitely not too late. Can you stomach the volatility in the next 2 months, 3 months, 5 months? Then it's fine. Yes. So show some love, guys. Smash the like button. Nice haircut. Thank you, dude. I was like getting so I gotta watch out now that I'm doing these shows. I have to like kind of do this. You know, when you're trading in the basement and whatnot, you don't want to like, yeah, but it's, I really gotta go every second week or whatever that is. What does everyone think of Fef's new haircut? Can I please give a tutorial on putting on the trades and moving stop loss through start to finish? Yeah, so this is what we do in the community. This is why you should definitely join us. This is why we should join. Amazing morning call. All right, cool. Never too late to this year. Let's jump into it, guys. I wanna show you something. I wanna show you how I am going to double, or how I'm thinking about doubling my portfolio before the bull really kicks in. And the whole thing boils down. Let me just choose another music here. The whole thing boils down to the idea that I'm still expecting a pullback. So I am still expecting a small pullback to come. And obviously the ETF can screw this up, and you already should have been positioned. And you know, I said it a million times that I'm 100% positioned now for the bull on my spot positions, but I'm still expecting a potential pullback, right? We go by probabilities as traders. And the probability of a pullback is there because we leave a lot of sell side liquidity. I will show you that in a second. But the whole idea behind, and this is the real nugget here, the whole idea behind doubling your portfolio lays in selling your spot bags, or at least 50% or 30% or whatever that is of your spot bags, and putting it on a 2 or 3x leverage. That might sound crazy, but leverage itself is a very powerful tool, and I'm gonna have a video dropping today or tomorrow about it, or on it. But leverage is a very powerful tool that you can use. So the way to do this is to take a portion of your, let's say you hold Bitcoin. You take a portion of your Bitcoin position and you put it on 2x leverage. That means if you hold 1 Bitcoin, now you will have 2 Bitcoins and your profits will be the same. You will have two Bitcoins to run with the bull. Now, obviously the disadvantages or the risks are if you're 2x leverage, price goes down 50%. If you don't add more margin, then you can get liquidated and you can lose that 1 Bitcoin as well. If you buy a spot, you buy a Bitcoin, that Bitcoin will always be 1 Bitcoin. Even if the Bitcoin price drops to $100, that will still be 1 Bitcoin. If you use leverage, it might be, you know, 0 Bitcoin and not 1 Bitcoin if price drops 50%. Now, 50% drop from here would mean 17 to 18K. I do not see any possibility of us going there. But that, you know, might happen. Let's talk through the scenarios and the possibilities. So let me jump right back in here. Morning call, yeah. Luba knows what's up. Morning calls on Discord every morning, London Open. So but here's the thing. So if let's assume I'm on the daily chart on Bitcoin, right? You know what? Let's take it like real. No, hold on. Let's do it like this. let's take it like this. So I go BTC USDT, right? This is my daily chart. So if I would take, let's say we get a pullback, right? Because that's what I'm kind of anticipating. We have a lot of liquidity. So this is the liquidity I'm talking about here. So I think this liquidity should be taken, but we've seen it before in the beginning of the bull. This might be left behind here. And if it does, fine, no problem. Then, you know, we're positioned. But if it does get taken, and we do see a pullback, to this 32,000 region, which we are expecting. So we are expecting a little bit of pullback here to this 32,000 region. If we do get a pullback to this region, this could be generational opportunity for you, not only to take a long position that you take to the bull, but also to convert some of your spot positions into leverage positions. Now, how would that look like? So if you are on spot, you know, it makes a lot of sense. You just on spot, you hold in. But let's say even if you do it now, so we need to wait for the obviously very, very important, guys. Before I go anywhere, I wanted to do this. The content of the video is informational purposes and not financial advice ever. So you should never take it at the face value what I say. Always do your own research, you know, and it's not financial advice. So what I would be looking at, or I will be looking at doing, not now, but if we get a pullback, I will consider very, very seriously to take a leverage position. How would I do that? So let's say we pull back to 32,000. So if I hold this, my stop loss is basically unlimited, because even if it goes down to 14K, you know, that what, nothing. So then you know, I don't lose. That one Bitcoin is still one Bitcoin. But what if I can put this in on a 2x leverage? That means that if we come back to this 32,000 region, and I sell my spot Bitcoin and I transfer the USDT onto Binance or BYBIT or whatever that is, use BYBIT. You can win an iPhone. Also, link in the description and in the pinned comments. You can win an iPhone if you sign up or transfer KYC to my BYBIT link. It's pretty cool. But if you use BYBIT, for example, you sell your spot position and then you transfer the dollar amount that you got. Let's assume one Bitcoin, right? For the sake of an example. You sell one Bitcoin at $32,000 because that's what we came back. You sell that one Bitcoin, and when you see a lower time frame reversal, you come to the Discord, we talk about that there. But when you start seeing a lower time frame reaction, seeing, okay, now we are going to pull, you can wait for the 1 hour confirmation. You can wait for the 2 hour confirmation. When you see that, you can convert your funds to leverage, right? You can do a 2x leverage, a 3x leverage, whatever that is. Now, here's where it gets real interesting, because when you convert your tokens into 2x leverage, that means that you have double the Bitcoin. If you had one Bitcoin, you sell it here. Now you have 2 Bitcoin position, right? So it's like literally doubling your position. Now, what's the downside? If you are, I'm going to have a video dropping on this. So it's definitely worth, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, do it, because I'm going to have a video coming on this leverage and how to use leverage and what leverage is and what kind of leverage we have, cross margin, isolated margin, all that is going to be covered in that. But basically what it says, you should take a cross margin leverage here. You could take a cross margin leverage here position. And that means if you go 2x, you need a 50% drop for you to be liquidated. If you can get in around 30 to 32,000, that would put you, your stop loss, below the major low, like the monthly low, which would be around $16,000. Now, if you think Bitcoin is gonna go down to 16,000, you should never consider doing this. But if you don't think that Bitcoin is gonna go down to 16,000 before going to 100, this could be a very, very good position, or a good strategy to do. And you're not only able to do this on Bitcoin, but you are able to do this on all the other altcoins that you might have. Now, obviously, the smaller the cap, the more you have to watch out for, and the smaller the volume as well, lower the volume, because you have to watch out for liquidity grabs and liquidity sweeps and whatnot. So obviously, if that happens on lower time frame or low volume coin, you have to pay attention to that. But what would happen here is that I convert my Bitcoins here, and I basically doubled my my Bitcoin positions. I can do the exact same. Now let's bring up an example. Let's bring up an example like Kaspa, for example, right? So you can also trade leverage on Kaspa. The interesting part about this is that what the fuck happened with Kaspa? Wow. I didn't even check. I'm a bit, you know, I shout out to Sai Chaos. I got in like somewhere here. No, I got in somewhere here. What? I got in October something. What is this? I got in October Woo! I'm up what? I'm up like 100% on CAS. Nice. He's up like, I think he got in like somewhere, nowhere here. He's up 10x or something. Anyway, so if you look at CAS as well, this could be a risky play. So if you have a coin like this, so if you have a coin like Bitcoin and you want to do a double, double your position, that's fine. Look at our trade, guys, in the community. Let me know in the chat, guys, in the community. Are you happy? Are you happy about this trade? We're in since here. We took 50% off the table to de-risk before Powell, but this is looking very, very nice. So that's a trip to the moon right there. Yeah. So if you have a coin like this, Kaspa, you do not want to do this right now. You do not want to do this, what I just explained right now, because the risk is way too big. So you have about 50% to the low, in November, five days ago, 50%. So you do not want to do that. You do not want to get down there and get risk of this being pulled or whatnot. So you need to pay attention to the pullbacks, and you need to play this strategy only if you know that the token is, one, a great token, so with decent volume, and two, it's at the right place. So it had, for example, in this case, I would expect a 50% retracement. I would look for this POI around 0.07, 0.074, and if we see a reversal, you can wait for the 1 hour reversal. That's the good thing about this strategy. You don't need to get the bottom. You don't need to get the bottom of it. You don't need to get like, the 15-minute chart, the 5-minute chart. You can get to the 1 hour chart and that's it. Make the money. That's a no-go now. Yeah, exactly. So now you can jump in here. Now you can jump in here on Kaspa. But if you look at, like, for example, I hold Algo, right? So I will consider transferring my Algo position. I mean, if you look at this, even the all-time low that we had here, I don't know if it's the all-time low, but it's, yeah. Even the all-time low, look at this. Like, you would need to reach all-time low for you to be liquid. All-time low plus 20% to be liquidated. So I would reevaluate all my coins, and I would be like, okay, what is it? Where is it worth doing this? And then pick an account. So pick a decent. The only, there are different downsides. What I said, the loss of the potential liquidation is one, but the other thing is that you have to keep your tokens on an exchange, which I don't really like. So that's the other issue. But if you consider the fact exchanges that did not die in this bear market are probably going to stay at least till the next bull, So problems really come when there's no money. Trading volume is up. Everybody is bullish. Everybody is hyped. So we need a very big correction for this to like reverse. And I do not think we are going to see a reversal, for example, in Algo down to like the all-time low after the FTX, after the SEC trying to, pull them in as securities, after all that shit, we made a low and now we're having a push. I do not see this going below all-time low. It's just that simple. And here's the other thing. If you decide to do this strategy on any of your tokens, you have to use cross margin. You have to use cross margin. There are two types of margins in leverage. There's cross margin and isolated margin. When it comes to cross margin, isolated margin takes isolates that position, meaning if you have a $10,000 account, right? And if you go in with $1,000 into a trade, in isolated margin, you only risk that $1,000. Let's say you went long on the day when FTX collapsed. The dump was so vicious, you would probably not have gotten out on the price where your stop loss was, and you would have lost 2-3 times the amount that you wanted to lose, right? So if you use isolated margin, it's limited to the amount that you can lose. So if you are in a trade with $1,000, you can only lose $1,000 if you use margin. It doesn't matter if it's 100x, 200x, whatever that is, you can only lose that amount. If you are in cross margin, you can lose the money on your account as well that is not involved in the trade. Meaning, in cross leverage, the collateral against the borrowed money, against the leverage, also, your account balance is also the collateral against the borrowed amount. If this sounds complicated, subscribe to the channel. I'm having a video. I made a video. I'm going to drop it very soon that will explain all this in details. So it will make a lot of sense. But what I wanted to say is if you decide to do this, you have to do this on cross margin. Very, very important. And then you can look at all obviously stuff like Ripple, let it go, like, let it go. But even Ripple, Yeah, I would not play with Ripple now, especially with the SEC, whoever, whatnot. But I don't think it will go down here. But I don't want to risk. I don't want to risk it. H bar, for example, look at this. Like H bar, same thing. Look at this. You need to go 50% for all-time lows. But imagine that you pulled this, not on a 1x, but on a 2x. So instead of making back to all-time high, instead of making 600, you're making 1200. And here's the interesting part: the fact that you double your initial balance, right? The fact that you double your initial balance means that you multiply your profits, right? So if you have one Bitcoin here, well, let's say $30,000 here, 10x on 30,000, or what is it? Let me show the percentage one. So you would make, let's say a 5x, right? Let's be realistic. Let's say in the next bull, top of the bull, you make 5x. If you have one Bitcoin, or if you have a $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, let's say, you will make 50,000, right? If you have $60,000 worth of Bitcoin, you will make 300,000. So there is a big difference in getting in your position now early, getting in 2x leverage, 3x leverage, whatever you can afford, depending on the token as well. Because if your token is down to like the bottom of the bottom of the bottom, and you can get in a 3x without having the all-time low, well, be it. Get in on a 3x and see how that goes. But overall, this is basically the strategy that I'm going to evaluate. If we get a pullback, I might even start doing that now with some of the positions. Now I'm looking at H bar, for example. This is not a stupid thing to do. To convert the whole thing now, get it on cross leverage, see your liquidation price. If it's down there, you can get it on 1.8. If it's like 42%, it's very good. It's enough for me. But you can get in on a 1.8x leverage as well. You can get it on a 1.2. Just increase it a little bit, and then you would need an 80% drop from here just to lose all your money. So again, the good thing about cross leverage is that let's assume the worst, right? Let's assume the worst. You do get into a position. You do get into the position, and you do, get liquidated or get to close to liquidation prices because world meltdown comes, whatever that is. Now you can still get money. Put it in the account, and if you're in cross leverage, you can top up the margin and not risk liquidation. So if I have $10,000 now on 2x, right, and I start seeing the drop, and I start seeing that price is dropping hard and it's getting closer to my liquidation level, I can grab another $10,000, I can put it in the account, and I can top up my collateral, my margin, and because I'm on cross leverage, this will serve as collateral. Therefore, I can avoid liquidation. So you cannot do that on isolated. I personally only advise you to use isolated margin, because for trading and whatnot, you don't want to risk sudden moves, and you don't want to risk a black swan event, you're losing your whole account. But for this specific thing, I would go around and I would say you should use cross margin because of the possibilities it would give and because of the characteristics of the trade. Guys, does this make sense? Let me know if it makes sense. Also, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button, scan this if you want to join our community. There is a link in the description. There is a pinned comment as well. So it's definitely worth coming, worth joining. Let me look at the chat. Let me look at the chat. Why do you start? Because that's the current price. I'm all in at 32 if that happens. I think it might happen. It might happen. Good morning, Annette. Let's break 37. Let's go. What's your best in your work? What's your best resource in your work? Fefe and the SFC community. Our best resource? Our best resource is our people. Our best resource is our people. Rain and Nest and me being there, giving, guys, it's fucking like, you can go to, and we've got people coming from other communities as well, not to name any, coming and saying we don't make money. You have to decide if you are making money with the community where you're in. You're fine. Don't look for anything else. Like, people get caught up as well on shifting from strategy to that and that because they trying to find the holy grail. Like, you can, and this is what the risk management video is going to involve as well. You can lose money with a winning strategy as well. You can, because it's not only about a strategy. But when you're at the right place and you make money with the people you're with, you should stay with that group of people. You should not look for someone else. If you don't make enough money, then try to figure out how you can make money from the group where you're in. But if you're not making money, if you're not satisfied, if you're, whatever that is, look for opportunities. And I strongly recommend you try out our community. Link in the description. You get free access until the end of the year. We get daily trades. We've got daily community daily community calls, but we call them like morning calls before London Open. We look at all the trades, we teach you, we will have the courses coming. We will have a beginner course, an advanced course. We'll have courses on different things, on like how to get residence in Dubai, or how to get a Palo ID, or like different stuff that is not really available all around the place. So it's definitely worth coming. Check out the link in the description or in the pinned comments and come join us. It's free until December. We're here listening. DJ Bull Market play all or nothing. Yeah, let's go. You didn't get questions, Fefe. Our best resource is Fefe and NSS community while she works. There we go. So I expect the Dixie to push a little more up here to this region. We go to this POI 106, 1062. Then potential rejection. We'll see how we can long the shit out of Euro. And by the way, in the community, we also do Forex. We didn't have a Forex trade yet, but we are going to do Forex as well. Total is just pushing. Finally we see like a decent push on the total. Also on the weekly, you can look at it like literally we do see the push, and we needed that. We needed that push, so that's very good. Main structural point gone. We did need the push. I would still not be surprised if we get so look at this here, for example. So this is look at this. So when the bull started here, you see it looks kind of like this. These three candles, right? 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then it slows, and then you get this. This seems to not be a big, but it's actually a 30% pullback on the total, and that is 2021. So you do get these pullbacks, and then you come up here. You get another great week of 80%, and then you get a massive 30% drawdown, and then you push again another 30%, and then you get market's moving ways. Market needs to collect liquidity. I would expect it to come back a little lower. My target would be around this. Will be right here. I even marked it. Yeah, around this level. So even this 1.244 would be interesting, but down here 1.193 would be the interesting level for me to like, yeah, 1.193. Total 2 also pushing, total 3 also pushing. So happily we do start seeing like real stuff happening. Dominance, I'm still expecting. I think if and when the ETF news comes, this will push. We will have a decent push up to the 56, 57 region, and then outright comes. So like that's my game plan. When ETF comes, Bitcoin dominance is gonna push through 56%, and when that happens, then it's game on. So this was the trade we took in the community. Basically, the idea here was, the good thing about the community as well is that I can give you the trades we had 2 stops. We had 2 stops, each 1%, and then we had a 1 to 8 risk reward trade, which brought back all the losses. So like, this is why it's better to come to the community than me giving you trades here, because I can't follow along the trade. Sometimes we say, hey, liquidity is building up, we gotta get out. Or here, for example, if you look at this on perpetual, right? Here was the low, and this low should have held. What happened? We wicked through. Some people on different exchanges got liquidated. I mean, not liquidated, but stopped out. So they got stopped out here. And they're like, okay, so we should go down. And we looked at the spot chart. And you see there was no wick. You see there was no wick going below here. You see? So this was the low. And the wick did not go below there. So that's just a pure liquidation event. Just liquidating the early long, or not only the earlier longs, but the longs. Liquidating the longs. And the way you see it, and this is why in the community, some people got stopped. Some people got stopped in the community, and immediately after we made a high here, we posted. I can even show you that. It's here. So we said enter again. No, this is not the one. So people get stopped here. We're discussing like, how did you get stopped? Why? What exchange? Bam, 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 bam. Where is it? I'll not find it now. Anyway, I let the community know that they can. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this way. Yeah. Hi guys, sorry, I just wanted to show you this, and now I got involved, and I can't stop. Anyway, I won't find it, but it was in here. So as you go through, you follow the trade along with us, and you see that we marked and said, hey, you got stopped out here. No problem. We have a very strong confirmation that we are going to reverse, and the reversal came and people could enter. This was our second entry. So you know, you could have entered here and still pull whatever we pulled. So it was almost the same entry that what we got, but you can't really do that on YouTube because then I would have to go live all the time. So link in the description, link in the pinned comment. As Mark says, you can win an iPhone as well. So the way the community is going to be free until the end of December is because you have to use our links. So if you use our links, you get free access to the community. Otherwise it will be a paid community from January. I'm not even ashamed of that or something. Like I see some people complain about this. I don't fucking care. You know, like, this is what it is. We spent so much time doing this. We could just sit here, be with our family, but we have a mission. We have a mission to teach people, but I also know that people don't appreciate free stuff. That's just the honest truth. And I know for a fact, if you follow, you would have made back, you know, this is a 1 to 8. So if I raised $100 on this trade, I would have made $800. So you would have paid for whatever, 8 months worth of membership. Yes. All right. So what's my expectation now? Like, first of all, if the ETF comes 45, 48K, no question. If the ETF, let me just bring it here. I just want to show you this. If the ETF comes, and I'll repeat again. So if the ETF comes, this is kind of what we're going to see on the daily. Like this, it's going to be a candle like this. It's going to be a candle like this. So when the ETF comes, we're going to see a massive green candle. My target is 45 to 48,000. So, but for now, I am still expecting Bitcoin to reverse either from 37,350-ish region, which is the breaker, or from 37,600, 800. So we're not gonna see a reaction. You know, if you watch the content, you know that we've been expecting this lever for a pretty long time now. So this 37,350 is a very crucial lever and a potential reversal, right? So we need to see what will be the reaction here. If we see a lower time frame reaction, I might short. Because this is scary. This is scary. If you look at this built up sell side liquidity, buy side is always on the top, sell side is always on the bottom. The reason being is that if you're shorting, you have to sell an asset, so a stop loss will be a buy order. And if you're buying and you get your stop loss hit, the stop loss will be a sell. So therefore, it's called sell side liquidity on the bottom and buy side liquidity on top. So, but what you want to look at is that there is massive sell side liquidity building up here from this region, which is the 33,000 region. So any of these order blocks could serve as a great bounce, reversal zones, right? So right now the equilibrium is around 32,000. So this order block down here, which is 33 or the 32,500, 33,100, could be the ones holding if we do see a dump. So that's something to consider. Definitely something to consider. What I'm expecting now is to come at 37,354 and then a potential dump down to 32 or potentially lower. But again, if the ETF comes, or if we have some bullish news, or if whatever, we can push through to 41,000 and then reject from there. Or if the ETF comes in heavy, we can see it push to 45, 48,000. The problem I'm seeing is that if we leave this liquidity behind, we will need to see a drop. And that drop is 30%, guys. And it will be vicious, it will be fast. And I'm not even gonna short it. But look at this. Like if you look at this, there was no, so we kind of see something similar that we saw here, right? So we did have a push. We did have a push up here. Then we have a little bit of consolidation, and then we have another push up. And then up here, we see a 30% drop. Now this could be happening, and this is why I don't want to short this, because this was a 130% pump. Now if you look at this, we are at 50%-ish pump since September. 50%-ish, and we are well above 90%, 130% since the bottom. You know, like since around January, we are 100 and something percent up. 120, right? So a 30% drop could happen. I don't think that's gonna happen. I do not think that's gonna happen because we need to push through. But if we do see a pump like this, look at this. So if I take this, right? If I do see this, and I march it down here and I say, okay, so this kind of is the beginning of the roller that we're seeing now. We can see Bitcoin coming up exactly to this 48, even to 50,000. And then at the 50,000, we can see a drop. So I didn't pull the drop actually, but we could see something like this. We could see something like this. So depending on how the news comes in and depending on what we will see and depending on how we, find the whole thing, we need to take it step by step. This is why it's worth coming to this show every single day. And if you are not subscribed to the channel, you definitely should do that. Smash the like button, leave a comment, helps the algo, helps me, and eventually helps you. So this is what we could see. Push up, potentially 48,000, 45 to 48 is what I'm expecting. 45 to 48. It would line very look how nicely it would line up with this OB up here. So it can happen, guys. And then we have a 30% dump, and this is again generational longs, because the next time, after the pullback, got another 100% on this. So definitely worth considering and doing. So on the short term for the day, what we're expecting, we have the setups here. You have to come to the community to see them. Ha! But I'm gonna tell you what I'm expecting. So again, 37. I would expect a little bit of dump here now. So that would be ideal to get a little bit of pullback. Taking Asia. I wouldn't take Asia low, but like come back down here and then a push and then here decision time, right? So 37, 300 decision time, or just a direct push, and then we'll see how that goes. That's basically it about Bitcoin. Someone wanted to look at some coins. Let me look at it. Let me look at some of the coins that you wanted. Let me scroll back. SYN. What is SYN? Ooh. By the way, guys, tomorrow's Friday Fun Day is gonna be posted in the community because I can't do it live on YouTube. I can't publicly do this. So it has to be filtered. It has to be filtered because I'm gonna get banned on YouTube and I don't want that. So it will be posted. It will be on YouTube, but it will be an unlisted link. And once you see the unlisted link, you can participate on the Friday Fun Day, and I'll do an edit version and put it up on YouTube. So I'll cut it out, whatever I had to cut out, and put it up on YouTube. But maybe if I don't do, guys, let me know. If I don't do market updates, if I don't jump around the screen, I just do the Friday Fun Day trading, then I might be able to do it. Then I might be able to do it live. Should we do that? Then we don't do market updates and stuff like that. We get that anyway in the community. Yes, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Friday Fun Day. I'm gonna do the leverage trading. But I'm not going to do anything else. There won't be market updates and whatnot, because the problem comes in when I start jumping on screens, then the Robit logo and the title and the URL and all that shows, and that's what will get me banned. So, and I don't want that. So I think that's what we're going to do. Luba is saying Friday learning show. We will have a community call every Friday in the community, and you're in the community. So you will get that every Friday. All right. So SYN looking very good on spot, right? Look at this. This is just, like this is what I've been talking about. Look at this. It closes above. This is a market structure shift. We do see a clear market structure shift after market structure break. Right, so this is a market structure break. We see a market structure shift right after. Not a strong one, but still great. Comes back 50, reverses. I guarantee that we can see some kind of lower time frame reaction here. Look at this. We get the MSS here. We get the retest to the POI. Probably we get some kind of lower time frame reaction here. Let me see. You get the 5-minute MSS here. My nose is so itching. No, I'm just joking. am I? I am. Where am I? This will get me bent as well. Anyway, yeah, probably would have missed this. Probably would have missed this because this was a little bit late for me. I would have missed this, so I would have entered later up here. Yeah, I would have entered probably here if I'm going spot. TDT. Yes. All right. So what is it? What is it showing me? Pushing decently. I mean, again, if you're spot, we just talked about this. All-time low is 37%. Risk reward is there. Look at this. If you like this, I have no idea what this is, but if you like this project, and if you think the fundamentals are good, and you're targeting all-time high for the bull, like it's not even a thing. It's a no-brainer. You know, it's a 1 to 5. On spot, get in. On leverage, don't trade it because you have much better options. Shorting bandanas. INJ, please. Don't. INJ's at $17. I haven't looked at my portfolio. Let me look at my portfolio, guys. Now you gotta see my live reaction. I haven't been so busy with trading in the community. I haven't looked at my positions, my spot. I've got coins. I'm up 380%. Yeah, guys, the bull is here. INJ's is $17, $18. Fucking crazy, bro. I remember we were long in here, but we didn't hold, you know, like we didn't hold. So this is what I'm saying. Like in the next, we weren't sure what's going to happen, but now we kind of see where this is headed, right? So once we see a pullback, that will be the opportunity to get in on a long and then take that to the bull, you know. I'm not missing Friday and Fun Day. Yes, do it live. Okay. Mizi, you're asking the same questions. I love you so much. I love you from the bottom of my heart. But we have the community. Come to the community. We have it there. We're gonna record the courses. We have the morning call every single day. People all learning. So come to the community. Come. I would be so pumped to see you there. Come join us. Yeah. So this is also the community though. Like this is also why we take these, right? So you have the trades here, and then we take it step by step. So we actually you know, like guide you through the trade until you learn. What else do we have here? iPhone, the Ferrari dealership. Yeah, phone the Ferrari. Guys, next bull, I am buying a Ferrari. I'm telling you, it's so stupid. Ren told me as well, like it's stupid money, buying a Ferrari, but. Yeah, you know, I went to the Ferrari dealership. I will, you know what? This is also I should do these more, and I want to do these, and I will do this. A story time. I want to do like these story time videos. I have so many stories to share. I went into a Ferrari dealership in Cape Town. Banter office is in a very like great area, and on in the bottom of the building where Banter offices are, there's the Ferrari dealership. And I went in there, long story short, I went in there and said, I want to buy a Ferrari in the next bull. And, you know, the guy was pretty cool, and he's like this and that and that. And we're like, do you want to, and he saw I was in Crypto.com. I was a Crypto.com premium member, and I have a Crypto.com jacket. And I had that on. And he was like, are you into crypto? And I'm like, yeah. And then the guy goes, do you want to see the other car as well? And I'm like, sure, why not? And we sit in, and he's like, you know what, just give me a call, and we can go for a ride. And I'm like, fuck yeah. So I gave him a call, and we went for a ride, and he was pushing me to push it, man. Like, what? Are you afraid to drive? And I'm like, what? It's like, why aren't you pushing? And then, it's just a great experience. So I was telling him like, I'm gonna buy a Ferrari in the next bull, and that kind of became like something that I will do. And it was so interesting to see, you know, you get in, and if you you know, these cars come with with specific like battery packs, and I'm like, why do you have the charger for the car? Ferrari did it, like Ferrari logo charger. And he's like, yeah, because, you know, if you don't drive your car that much, you only drive it once a week, you know, then the battery kind of dies and you get this and all that. And, you know, so yeah, it's if I buy a Ferrari, I'm not going to drive it once a week. If I buy a Ferrari, that's going to be my go-to. I'm going to roll around like Andrew Tate in the Bugatti in Romania, right? So I'm going to be like driving around my Ferrari somewhere. I don't know where in the world. But that's going to happen. Mark my words. What is next Ferrari giveaway? Ferrari giveaway, yeah. Their value goes up, not down. They're actually halfway decent. Exactly. They're very, like, hold their value very well. You know, when they asked the founder of Ferrari and said, if that was the perfect car in the world, that you could make the best car ever that has existed and will exist, how many would you make? And he said, one fewer than what people want. One fewer than what I have demand for. Supply and demand, also very much represented in the markets as well. House for my daughter in this bull. Let's go! Everybody, let me know in the comment. What is your Ferrari? What is your Ferrari in the next bull? I really want to know. We got 20-something people watching. I want to read it. Come, pump it in the chat. Come to YouTube. If you're not here on YouTube, you should. And if you're here and not subscribed, you're missing out. So do that. And if you want to join our community, link is in the description or in the pinned comments. Do that as well. I want to read it, guys. Come on. Let me know in the chat. What is your Ferrari in this bull? See, everybody's typing now. Until then, we can look at some coins. Someone said, buy a house. Incredible. Let's get it. I am motivated to help you do that. I truly am. And I think we are going to do this. Making the money. House for my daughter. Aston Martin, Mark. That's what I'm talking about. You know, villa in Thailand, not even that expensive. Not even that expensive. You would be surprised. I love Thai people, and you know, it's great, but I didn't really like Thailand itself. It was great. I traveled around, but I liked Indonesia much better, and I love Philippines. Like, Philippines was very good. Thailand was also great, but I would buy a villa in, you know, I would buy it in Bali, or I would buy it in, I don't know, Coron or Bohol, or yeah. Yacht, Porsche, and a house. There we go. Retirement money. That's the one. And the Toyota Land Cruiser. Nice one. Nitro Bunny private jet. That's what we're talking about. Expensive one. But even you can get in Asia, guys. You can, like, seriously, you can get like a villa for 200K. Even in Bali, like, dollars. Financial freedom for life. You know what? You don't need the bull for that. You honestly don't. You can get, let's say, a funded account if you come learn to trade with us or with anybody else, and you can consistently make, you know, you get a $200,000 account for you to trade with. You 80% profit split. You make 10% on that. That's 18K a month. I mean, I don't know where you live, but 18K a month in Asia takes you for a year. Spider and Pista. There we go. BTC higher high. I want BTC higher high as well. But it is not a higher high yet. Look at it. I think we will dump now. We can dump now. It will wick this liquidity out. Look at this relative equal. Relative equal highs. It will wick, I think it will wick this liquidity out in reverse now. Maybe. If we don't, then potentially throughout the day. Yeah, I would be just surprised if it doesn't come back a little bit. We have to see that. Oh, you don't see my screen. Huh. So it's liquidity. Did I look good though? So this is liquidity. The triple tops, right? So we'll potentially like wick, either just reverse from here, or wick through and then reverse, or wick through and move, or just dump, or just go sideways, or maybe we'll go like this, or maybe we'll go back. No, I'm just joking. I'm just having fun. I'm just having fun, guys. Live in an expensive country. Where do you live, Mel? Let me guess. You live in Australia. No, you don't, because you don't live in Australia. What? Expensive country. You live in Switzerland. Risky to buy house in the Philippines. Lots of typhoons. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and spiders. Another story that I can tell you. We were in the Philippines. I can't even. It's just crazy. I will have to do like a complete series on me talking about stories. There was a. Should we take a short here? No, we don't. I limited the short button. Yeah. Anyway, we went to this. We were invited to this remote island, private remote island. No, it's not the island that you're thinking about, and it's not in in the British. It's in the Philippines, and we've been invited to this island, and this there was this house, but it was half built, and I don't know, it was like a hole between the roof, like a real Philippine style, Asian style, a hole between the roof and the house. and my wife looked at it and said, "Okay, we're going home now. Like, we're leaving." And I'm like, "Okay, but the boat, like, the story is much longer. Look at this." Oh, I thought the ETF news might be out now. I thought that's what we see. This is the wick what I'm talking about now. We're potentially going to see a reversal. This might be the reversal that we're going to see. Anyway, and she said we're going home, and I said no, and then she said yes, and I said let's try. And then she was in the bathroom. There was the shower head, and she looked up, and on the shower head there was, I'm not fucking joking with you. It was this big of a spider. This big of a spider. And I'm not kidding. And this, you can't make this shit up. That, she looked up, and she's like, "Spider!" And I looked up, and I like went in. I'm like, "Oh shit, that's really is." But she screams like for spider with decimal as well. So I was like, "Fuck, that's a spider." So like that's a proper spider. And probably for the screaming or for this whatever we did, this spider started to spread the babies. So they were hatching right in front of our eyes. And I mean, like in a horror movie, you've seen hundreds of tiny spiders spreading away from this one main spider. So yeah, we had to pack this stuff, and then we had to get on the boat, but we had to wait for the moon. It's like a remote thing. So we had to wait for the moon to come out. Otherwise, they don't see the water, they don't see the stones. So and we get, but they had to take the battery out of the car to launch the boat, and then they forgot the keys, and it's massive shit. I'll do a story time. Should I do story times like this? Should I have videos? Would you like watch? It's maybe a 5-minute video. I'm telling my story. I have photos as well and shit. It would be so cool. UK very expensive. It's in Asia. Singapore. You live in Singapore, Mel. You live in Singapore. Serious question. Do I think the potential legal issues facing Ethereum are prompting Solana and AVAX? I think too early. Too early for Ethereum issues. I don't think the SEC is gonna do anything until they, until the Ripple case, until they lose the Ripple case, No, but seriously, like I don't think they're gonna do anything until the Ripple case is kind of done. So yes. Yeah, I knew you live in Singapore. Singapore, beautiful place. We've been as well. It's fantastic. Very nice. Fantastic place. Very clean, very nice people, very organized, very expensive, but very cool. All right, guys, I think let's round this up. But we have 25 people watching. Should we go on Rollbit now? Should we do a little bit of degenning? No, we shouldn't. Let's look what's happening in the community. Yeah, so also there is like a news call in Banter every day. And for next week, I'm going to get back, Ren allowed me back to the running calls. It's pretty cool. Straw broke above the highs, which made the entry invalid for intraday. But we can consider the same level for a swing position. Yes. So we get the updates here. Community setup. Let's see. Let's answer some community. Guys, the show is kind of concluded. So I'm so happy to see you here. Subscribe to the channel. Come join us in the community. I'm going to look at this because why not? So, Simon is in Singapore next week. And Mel is there. Let's do a meetup. Guys. I have to hook you up. Mel, I hope you're in the community. If not, click in the description. Come to the community. You can connect with Simon. And you guys should meet up. Have fun. Have a coffee. No, he didn't kick me out. I didn't know, you know, because I left Banter, I didn't know like how and what, and then the show was in the same time, and so I still get invitation for automatically, right? And I was like, okay, so I wrote him like, can I still join back? And you know, his reply was, man, we're family, so you can. So I actually love Ram. Big shout out to him. You know, sometimes he's like a fucking maniac. He really loves his business. He really loves Banter. He really loves what he's doing. He's extremely passionate, the hardest working guy ever. And because he's so passionate, you know, he can be rough at sometimes. People quit under him, big time. He had like 10 assistants in the past 2 years. So like, but he's a very, very, very good guy. Very good guy. Very nice guy. You have to be on the money, you know, I mean, you have to be paying attention when you negotiate with him, but he's a very, very nice guy. Very nice guy. I respect him a lot. Yeah, so Drew was talking about PO3. We're looking at this Master B was supposed to what? Was sushi. Yeah, so let's look at how the sushi trade is going. Probably is going good. I was expecting sushi to come down. Let's see what Nest is up to. Oh, and we also have a lost but learn section. You know, this is the good part. Like, we also have a lot. I think it's very important. A lot of people, a lot of communities don't own up to their losses. And I think that's fucked up. Big time fucked up. Like, losses are the part of the game. Let me go on a rant now. Losses are the part of the game. You have to lose to make money. It's like just running a business expense. You know what I mean? I mean, running a business expense for running a business. So that's the same thing. Like, if you are running a business, you will need to lose some money. Lose some money. You will need to invest some money. And when you have losses, when you have stop losses, you are basically investing in your next trade. And this is when the problem comes. I see some people also here in the comments, I don't want to name names, who is in the community knows, taking profits too early. Don't do that. Don't do that, because you're gonna wreck yourself. I'm gonna have a risk management video coming, but you should not do that. You should not take profits too early, because you have a risk reward, you have a strategy, and you have to align to your strategy and follow your strategy. And your strategy says you have a 60% hit rate. You know for a fact that you will lose 4 out of 10 trades. And if you take 4 out of 10 trades and you lose all the 4, and on the 5th you want to recover some of the losses that you made, but that trade would go to 1 to 5, 1 to 7, 1 to 8 risk reward, as we saw now, you are cutting yourself. You're cutting the tree under yourself. You should not do that. Luba is owning up to it, you know? We love you so much. To the moon. But, you know, it is. Don't take profit. I told you, Luba. We're gonna help you here. We're gonna help you. Do you know about the Sniper Club and the World Room? LOL. Yes, I know about it. I heard about it. Tell me, how is it? How is it going? Honest question. I'm genuine honest question. Counts like last for me, yeah. And also, I can tell you something, like a lot of people, especially, you know, yeah. So, like a lot of, I mean, not Luba, but a lot of people, you know, when oh, we got it right, you know, we got it right, it's so cool and it's going. And I'm like, okay, what was your strategy? What was your risk? Honestly, I can make $10,000 in a day. Maybe I lose 100,000 in the previous days, and then I make 10,000 a day. And I'm like, oh, I'm a so fucking nice trader. No, bro, no. My question is, what was your risk? Because we made a 1 to 8 risk reward trade now with 1% risk of an account. So if you took this trade, you see, what did I say? What did I say? We will take liquidity and potentially reverse. You know what other people did? Breakout. Yeah. Anyway, so what I was saying is that if you took this trade, this was our original trade, this. It was actually 91. I didn't get stopped. I don't know why. Some people got stopped. Half of the community got stopped, half didn't. I think it's the exchange. Anyway, this was our trade. So it's 1 to 735 risk. We took 1% risk of our portfolio, and we took profits up here. I think I posted 36,600. We took profits. So it's what? 1 to 6? 1 to 6.5. You made 6.5% on your total account. Let me put that into perspective. If you have a $100 account, you made $6. If you have a $1,000 account, you made $60. If you have $10,000 account, you made $600. If you have a $100,000 account, you make $6,000. So the question is not really whether this thing, whether this could be, I don't want to short it because I eliminated the short button, but this could be a great short. Liquidity built up. It's coming back for these OB most probably. I don't know if Rain is updating in the community, but this could be a great trade. If we see a low time frame reaction around this region, 36,500-ish, we can take a long. But I don't know what I was saying. But like really, yeah, I don't know what I was saying. It doesn't matter. I'm getting tired now. We're going for more than an hour now. William is very good. Luba, I want to talk to you then. I want to hear what is it. Let's take it on the next tomorrow morning call. I want to hear it. I really want to hear it. What's good? We're working with the community. This is why it's also free. I don't want you to pay for something that's not ready on our side, right? So sometimes we miss the trade, sometimes we miss the call, sometimes we miss the post. Like we're learning. We're traders. We're not entertainers. So like we need to get into it, and this is why the community is free for now. But once we get to the level where we want to be, it will be mid-December with the courses, with everything. It will be a paid product. So I would love to see how we can give you more value. I would love to know, Luba, what you like about it. William was great. Lies. Johan, I would love to know it. Dedication for yeah. I like this. Where was it? I will make it. Give it up for Luba. Give it up. You will. My family is thinking I'm crazy. I'm not talking with a big portion of my family. I'm not proud of it, but it is what it is. For success, and I mean success, personal happiness, right? Personal fulfillment. You will lose people. Mike Tyson said, if you're friends with everybody, you're enemy to yourself. Let it sink in. So if you're friends with everybody, you are an enemy to yourself. That goes for family as well, unfortunately. It is what it is. You just gotta think, gotta make it. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, link in the description. Come join us. Scan this if you're on desktop. Not financial advice. That's not what I wanted to pull up, but it's good that's there. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. I appreciate you. Missy is saying I really need it. No, it's Mel. I really needed that quote. It is what it is, guys. It is what it is. Samsung, he also bit an ear. And slept with a tiger, but looks like they don't want you to be successful. Happens. But prove them the fuck wrong. That's how we get in this show. I am working every single day to prove everybody wrong, and I will. And I know you will as well, Luba. And I know everybody who's here, watching, learning, growing, joining the community, you guys are going to be the ones making it in the next bull. And when that comes, you can just look at them and say, I told you. Take care, guys. Thanks for being here. See you tomorrow for Friday Fun Day.